Good afternoon and welcome back to the second half of proceedings today. Thanks for all of you coming to hear this afternoon's lineup, led by Nicky Morgan and aided by Michael Fallon and others. You heard lots of introductory topics this morning, and we'll be moving on to some new areas this afternoon. By way of background, I'm on the Prosperity UK board and helped set up this commission back in April. It seems a long time ago. We were essentially trying to identify private sector participants, border experts, who could help with the Irish conundrum. Some of those are here today. It's great to see Fujitsu and Vodafone here and a number of others too. Borders are evolving around the world, and many people have quite fixed notions about borders, and what we wanted to do was to create a framework by which we could get not only new and emerging ideas from those in the UK, but also those around the rest of the world. We wanted to look for innovative and creative ideas, but also schemes that could be introduced within 2 to 3 years to make sure that they were realistic and could be trialled and tested. And today is the start of that journey. As you know, we've undertaken quite a bit of consultation so far with interest groups, and we plan to do more in the coming weeks. In terms of our aim is to get the best brains engaged in this topic. It's a detailed and complex area, and for that reason it's a great chance for the country to start problem solving. In terms of the consultation process, that was launched online today, and there is a slide which should show us what the consultation looks like. There are a series of questions. Feel free to add detailed responses and attachments there, but you'll be able to supply comments, improvements, criticisms and suggestions, and our aim is both to broaden and deepen the consultation process in the coming weeks. In terms of Prosperity UK and where we go next, Paul Marshall mentioned this morning the drafting of an alternative arrangements protocol, which is something that's really important, something tangible that people can start to discuss in the UK, in Ireland and in Europe. There will also be the final report, which draws from our sessions here and around the European capital cities scheduled for July. And we'll also be working on an additional bit of work looking at the areas of cooperation between Northern Ireland and Ireland, where we believe new regimes or new protocols could be established post-Brexit. So that work is starting, and you'll be hearing more about that in the future. The aim of all of this is to find something acceptable, something pragmatic, something workable. It won't be the perfect solution. Clearly, borders evolve over time and solutions develop over time, but the aim is to find a series of solutions that can be acceptable to a broad number of people across Europe, and that clearly will be a process where we need to be nimble and flexible, and we need to be prepared to compromise. And it's with that in mind, we've been hugely lucky to benefit from such a broad support of MPs working with us. Nicky Morgan and Greg have both been exceptionally hardworking and diligent. This was produced in quite a compressed timeline. We're extremely grateful to them and to the technical panellists for producing such a large initial body of work. And with that, I will hand you over to Nicky for the first panel this afternoon. Thank you. Thank you.